What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to CM Aviation. Hope you're on a fantastic day today, and today we have the March 2025 Destin Fort Walton Beach International Airport update for you all. I hope each and one of you are all excited for today's video, as today we have a very exciting update in store. We got some exciting changes, some new additions, Allegiance returning their seasonal routes, and so much to dive into in today's video. I hope all of you are excited for this today. Without any further delay, let's just jump over here and get started. And this section of the window is always a little frustrating, so I apologize in advance if that interferes with our aircraft a little bit. But first and foremost, we got a Southwest 737 MAX 8. This aircraft's currently coming in from Nashville, and now it's going to be heading out to Dallas Love Field. So certainly glad to see both those routes continuing to do what they do best. Absolutely awesome. We also got a nice UH-60 over there, and that's just kind of hanging out. I forgot to mention this in the last update, but I had the snow plow there because Destin actually got snow in January, and I didn't get a chance to mention in that update, so I know I'm a couple months behind. But I did just want to represent that, and they rarely get snow, especially it was like around 9 inches or so. So that was absolutely crazy to see, but certainly I'm sure a very memorable time for Destin residents, and obviously anybody that was trying to go on vacation there and certainly wouldn't have expected that. But Mother Nature has other plans, so what can we say? Starting over here at B1, we have a Southwest 737 Illinois 1 on the 800 variant. This aircraft's currently coming in as Baltimore returns today, which is really awesome on a daily basis, and Houston. So both of them return to the daily basis here, which is really awesome. So certainly glad to get to feature those. And I'm actually incorrect. It's St. Louis that's daily now that I think about it. Baltimore comes back in April daily. So that's awesome. And then that flip-flops St. Louis. So St. Louis will be back to daily in June. And then just here for March during spring break, it's going to be daily. So I think that works out really well for connections and other opportunities. Really the biggest two times for Destin are Memorial Day to Labor Day and then spring break. So definitely going to be making money there in Southwest. Recognize that opportunity with many beach routes, not just this one, but many around the country. So they're definitely really optimizing their schedule to maximize the highest to high times. And I think that's going to be really important for these airlines as we continue to move forward. Next aircraft's a Delta 717. This aircraft's currently coming in from Atlanta today. It's going to be heading back out there. Just like Southwest with spring break here, Delta ramps it up right when spring break begins. So you'll be finding an additional 2 flights a day or so coming in for spring break. So no doubt plenty of opportunity to get into the Destin area here for spring break. And yeah, Delta through Atlanta is going to be the most heavily flown and volume option of all these flights. So no doubt this is a huge asset right here, and this shuttle service certainly proves powerful. And I'm sure many leisure travelers will be flying in on this particular aircraft. So certainly very vital to the whole community. And I'm glad that they're getting plenty of spring break activity with Delta's 717. Not only they're going to be getting it with that, but here we have a Delta Airlines Airbus A320 docked up here at B3, heading over to Minneapolis, St. Paul. This will be another service that will certainly have very nice load factors for the spring break week. So of course, we're definitely going to want to highlight that and what goes with it. So absolutely fantastic and certainly very fun and wonderful to see this aircraft going strong here on this Airbus A320. So certainly looking very strong right here, and we'll continue to watch it as we move forward. American Airlines also has really nice capacity this month, starting with the Bombardier CRJ900 for PSA Airlines heading out to Washington National. This is looking really sharp, and next month we'll be seeing the Airbus A319 return to this service, so that will certainly be quite fun to keep our eye on as we move forward. The lighting was going to be harsh no matter what, so shade right here is not the end of the world. This is an American A319 heading out to Charlotte Dulles International. We'll be seeing Airbus A320s coming in next month, so adding substantial amount of seats there on both the frequencies. I think that our main line will have 320 up gauges, so that will certainly be nice. Might go from 3 to 4 daily as well, so no doubt April's another very nice transition time here at Destin as well, and this is really when it starts to pick up. So yeah, very nice. It was a nice winter for sure. We even got snow as we mentioned, but now it's time to kick it into gear. There's a bunch of people that want to come in here. There's going to be a bunch of leisure travelers, so of course we want to optimize that, and obviously providing opportunities for the local Destin community, because people do live here. While it is very tourist driven, there's still people and residents that live here. And then to supplement the Charlotte mainline, we have the Dallas mainline on this American Boeing 737-800. So as you can guess, heading over to DFW, which this service has certainly been awesome to see this much mainline during the winter. This is not very common, at least historically, to see this much mainline during the non-summer months. So great to see American Airlines continuing their commitment to Destin. And I actually should have an American 175 in here, which I do not, but I'm going to change that because Chicago is back as well. So let me go ahead and get the American ERJ 175. and we'll put it right here. This is a good spot for it. So Chicago is back, and it is daily on the E175. So that's absolutely awesome, and it's quite exciting to see what Chicago is going to do here, because obviously United does not fly here anymore. So this is our only option to O'Hare, and then Allegiant has service to Midway, and there's currently no service to Midway on Southwest. So that was a served route at some point. That one's currently not active. So yeah, awesome to have American Airlines here. This is a very vital connection to, Chicago O'Hare. So yeah, 4 really solid destinations here, and we'll have some more Saturday onlys and so forth here this summer. So we'll certainly continue to look at that, but those are the big ones. And then Philadelphia, obviously, which we have in the CRJ. And yeah, those are the, it doesn't even have Chicago listed on the wiki, but it is going to operate. It's scheduled and it's going to happen. So yeah, looking very nice for those aircraft, absolutely. So American certainly doing really good, and great to get that Chicago flight. That's going to be huge going into the future. That's a really awesome link for us. Next, we have this Sun Country Boeing 737-800. This is the Scimitar version, heading over to Minneapolis, St. Paul, where you're going to find anywhere from 2 to 4 weekly flights. So no doubt a very pivotal connection here, and continuing to go very strong, and will continue to go very strong for a very long time. So certainly very happy to get to see that particular service there here today. So looking very nice. Days are getting so much longer. It is, I'm recording this before the time change. It's 4:16 before the time change, and we still have a bunch of light, but yeah, I'm ready for those late sunsets. They're my favorites, so that'll be awesome. I'm sure many of you would agree with that. Allegiant Air is currently doing really good over here. We returned 3 seasonal routes this month. Obviously, that's the majority of the routes here. So this is a really nice way of getting them back progressively so that we get to highlight all the different ones. So let's go ahead and start with the 3 that are returning. So starting with this Allegiant Airbus A319 and the current livery. This aircraft's currently coming in from Boston, and now it's going to be heading out to Knoxville. So both of those do return this month, which is fantastic. Boston being a smaller Allegiant station, whereas Knoxville is a crew base for Allegiant. So definitely pretty vital connections there, and really high performing routes here in the Allegiant network. Our next aircraft's an old livery Allegiant Air Airbus A320. This aircraft's currently coming in from Wichita, Kansas, and now it's going to be making a flight today out to Louisville. So Wichita is back, and that will be operating through August. And then as of for Louisville, that just took February off. So just a quick 1-month hiatus there. So great to see both those routes going strong. And these will now be going through August, most of them. So those will definitely be nice to feature throughout the summer, but definitely want to highlight them now because they are back, and most of them are just twice weekly until May, and then they jump up to 4 weekly or so. It just depends on the particular route. Our next aircraft's this old livery Allegiant A319 coming in from Northwest Arkansas. This aircraft's now heading out to Newark, so definitely nice to see those. I also want to mention there was a little bit of miscommunication on Las Vegas. It ended up changing. So Las Vegas will be operated just in the summer, which it was year-round previously. So variety of reasons, I'm sure, but the big one is likely to just ferry some aircraft out there and get them from West Coast to East Coast. So I'm assuming that's one of the biggest reasons for that service, but obviously it's a really cool one. It's the farthest service out from Destin, because I believe the farthest west they go is Oklahoma City after that. So yeah, very nice to see that, and great to have that service going strong right there as well. Lastly, we have this shaded Allegiant Air Airbus A320. This aircraft's currently coming in from Grand Rapids, and now it's going to be heading over to Fayetteville, St. Louis. So another really nice pairing of services there, and 2 really critical ones here to the environment. So certainly glad to see those aircraft going strong as well. Our last aircraft for today's airport update is this beautiful KC-135 from McConnell Air Force Base. It's heading right back out there. It was just here to do some local training and use the catch wire and so forth. So that's exactly why I was here, and do the adequate testing and so forth. So I really hope all of you enjoyed this update on the Destin Fort Walton Beach International Airport. It was really exciting to check it out and all of what's going on here at the airport. There's certainly a bunch of movements. So very excited for next month, as we'll introduce more new routes that will be coming back. And then the May update is going to be huge. I think we return about 12 routes, which is big. And we also start 2 brand new ones to Akron and Washington Dulles. So those will definitely be very exciting. We'll also have Avelo returning in May. So that update will certainly be very packed, but next month will be another good transition month, as I believe we have at least 1 route, but there might be 2 coming back. I think it's 2 routes. Yeah, so 2 routes are coming back. So excited for those, and then it will be all hands on deck, as we'll have 5 aircraft here, and Allegiant will be going full steam ahead with their services here next month. And then obviously, like I said, Avelo's coming back. Delta will have plenty of volume. American as well has also got a pretty good schedule so far. So it's very exciting, and I'm really eager to see what happens next, and I hope all of you are as well. With that being said, that'll do it for today's video. Everybody, thank you all so much for watching. I want to thank each and one of you for watching. My name is CM Aviation. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do you love and love you do. My name is CM Aviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon, as CM Aviation is signing off.